Morning Woodhounds, Craig here. Today will be another splitting video. I have a bunch of red oak rounds that are staged up. Most of them are pretty big, so my plan is to take the 4-way off here and just run the single knife. Sometimes when they're real big rounds, it ends up being a lot of work trying to get them to go through the 4-way nice and smooth. So single way it is. This is a bunch of oak that I actually got for free. A lot of it was already cut to length. I only had to drive just around the block. Basically, I was able to take the quad and the Flow Cargo Max utility trailer and fill it up twice. So there's quite a bit out there. I'm not sure if I'll get it all done today, but a little bit goes a long way, so we're gonna get started. Here's the rounds, again, 100% all red oak. Some of it is actually pretty darn dry, or I think it is, so I did bring out the moisture meter. I'll do a few tests on some. The stuff that's pretty much ready to burn now, I'm gonna throw into the Polar utility trailer. I have a small quad trailer here. And everything else, I'm gonna let fall right here, and we'll have to kind of sort through it a different day to find where it's gonna officially be stacked here in the wood yard. Because besides, stuff I've recently splitted over here, I do like to stack almost everything here. So it'll be another day that I stack it, but for now, let's just get it split so it can start drying, and that way it can be sold maybe yet this year. Oak does take a long time to dry, but again, this stuff is semi-seasoned, I would say, or it's been dead for a long time. So I'm hoping with the summer temps on the way, getting it split now will make it dry by then, but we'll see. What'd you think of that splitting? Talk about it. What did the pieces look like?
Sound cherry.
Not cherry. Guess again.
Oak.
Yep. Tell the people what it is.
It's oak.
Oofta. So for you all,
Oofta.
you won't see all of that because I'll edit it down, but you know, from my view, I did that all in one shot. I didn't take any breaks. Had moved the splitter a couple times, reposition a pallet or two. Overall, things went smooth. Yeah, I know he was behind me. Things went smooth. It was a lot knottier than I remember when I stacked the rounds here. So some of the rounds sure split pretty tough. But for the most part, 17RS was able to push through. I just kind of had to work around the knots. Anyways, so I'm gonna clean this up and got a lot of nice oak here. So hopefully it'll be dry by next fall. I think I forgot to say, but all this will be marketed towards home heating. So some of it was split maybe a little bigger than usual. But overall, they're all pretty small size splits for most people. And I think at the beginning of the video, I mentioned how I brought out the little polar trailer to put the dry stuff. Well, there wasn't really anything dry. The driest stuff was still 23 to 25%, which ain't bad for unsplit oak. But instead, the polar trailer here turned into the ugly pile. Still a lot of good wood in here for heating, but pretty darn gnarly looking. The 17RS was still able to split through all of it. So I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you have a good one. Bye.